Hey, it's Mason here. We're at day 2 of SIF Summit. It is the closing of marketing day, or sales day, rather. And I have Jordan with me with smartphone. And before we wrap up for the day, I wanted to kind of get with him because he took stage yesterday and he was talking about some compliance stuff. And I just wanted to get him to do a couple spark notes on what he has to say about that as we continue to move forward in this kind of ever-changing world of cold calling and laws and restrictions, and just kind of want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, well, first of all, I think the most important thing is to recognize that compliance is happening. Compliance is here. It applies to you whether you like it or not. So don't ignore it. It's kind of like the IRS. Don't ignore it.
Right.
If you ignore it, it's going to hurt more. So get into it because it's actually pretty simple. And there are pretty easy structures you can put in place in your business for both voice and text to make sure you're working within compliance. Like for instance, in smartphone, we have a trust center where you can do all the compliance stuff and register for everything you need, both text messaging and voice. And then you just need to understand the basic rules and make sure you abide by them. And things around, if with text messages, you need to identify who you are. You need to have clear opt-in processes, and you need to identify how people can opt out. You need to make sure you're registered for A2P 10 DLC, which is a carrier-led compliance initiative that is quite time-consuming to set up. It takes a bit of time, but once you've done it, you're good. And from a voice perspective, the most important thing I always tell people, if you're going to be doing cold calling, DNC scrub. Abide by the DNC list. It's there for a reason, and the TCPA rules are very clear around it. So make sure that you actually scrub your lists, and make sure that you instruct the people in your organization that if they ask to be put on your DNC list, you do it. Cool. You can do it easily in smartphone, you can do it easily in Smart Dialer, and it means we will not dial them again.
Got you. Speaking of Smart Dialer, we just integrated. It's all going.
Yes.
It's looking pretty good on our end. Everything went good on your end. What should users know about Smart Dialer? Advantages, disadvantages. What would you describe about that?
Well, I think Smart Dialer. There are two really ways that I see people use Smart Dialer. One, obviously, if you're doing cold calling, it is an easy way to get your lists uploaded and dial them efficiently anywhere in the world. But one of the real magics of Smart Dialer, in my opinion, is the ability to reach into RI SIFT, grab follow-ups, and rapidly dial them. Because Smart Dialer is not just about cold calling. It's about the follow-up, because you want people to be able to follow up with leads as efficiently as possible.
Right.
And so you get a Smart Dialer, you get 2-line Smart Dialer, you load up that list and you click play, you can really efficiently follow up with the people. And that's something that people don't think enough about. They always think cold calling, they always think about new leads coming in. But if you're not working those leads, then you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Yep. And Smart Dialer is a really key way you can combat that.
Cool. And lastly, this is your first time in Northwest Florida?
It is.
It is. So you've gotten to be here a little bit. The food, he had some chicken wings last night. We're telling him some pizza spots. How was SIF Summit overall for you? What did you think?
It was great. I think first of all, the crew that ran it was fantastic. You guys did a great job, well organized, and also a lot of really great people in the room. I saw a lot of very attentive people looking to learn, looking to network, looking to talk to each other, sharing ideas. The speakers sharing ideas, the participants, and a good vibe to it as well. Not only is this a very nice place and a pleasant place to be in, but the people were good, the atmosphere was good, the content was good, and so I think it was a really valuable couple days.
It was refreshing to be around you because usually I'm with Tyler at these events, and us being the software at the events, Tyler's getting flooded, and I don't really see it from the other softwares that are at the events, but in the past 2 days, I feel like a lot of people have been talking to you, so there's a lot of interest around your product, and you really are, dedicated to talking with these people and, kind of strategically planning with them, and it seems like there's been a really good response to having you here, so it was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you very soon.
Absolutely.